Well, I just want to make sure I'm calling the right place. This is Empire Today, Empire Carpet, correct?
Yes. If you're having an accident, I can definitely take care of that. If you're having an issue with the installation, I do need to transfer you to the proper department right now.
Okay, that would be appreciated. Definitely a problem with the installation.
Okay, please give me one moment. I'll be right with you.
So we're on the phone with Empire Today, carpet installation. And they called this little old lady up that I've been doing work for. She got one leg in a wheelchair. And they called her up one night, have her cut a check in the same night, install the carpet the next day, and they cut around the refrigerator to install this carpet in her kitchen, and they cut around the stove because they told her that she needed somebody that would be an expert in unhooking and a plumber to unhook and reconnect the stove for them to put in carpet. Yeah, no, you just lift it, they're all on flex hoses. Now there's even 7 bubbles.
Hello, my name is Mindy. I'm going to go ahead and assist you.
Yes, Mindy, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Okay, so what are the issues that are going on?
This is Empire Today, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. So the first issue is that I don't know how long you've been doing work in the state of Connecticut, but in the state of Connecticut, you have to give a 3-day right of refusal. Have you ever heard that in any states?
Yes.
You have heard of that. So this lady, Isabel Skilton, she received the call one night. They took her money the same night, and they showed up the next day, not falling within the legal parameters of Connecticut's guidelines with a 3-day right of refusal. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is they showed up the next day, and they didn't remove the refrigerator out of her kitchen. They cut around it. And they didn't remove the stove, which they didn't. All they had to do was lift the stove to slide the carpet and insulation underneath it, padding, and they did not. They told her that she would need a plumber when all stoves have flex pipe on them, and you can lift them and turn them from one side to the other. You don't need to disconnect the gas pipe. So in her kitchen, they literally put carpet around 2 of the appliances. Not cool. Next, even after they did that, now there's 7 bubbles in the carpet, and this lady is in a wheelchair with one leg. And they're telling this lady that she needs to send in the pictures through email to make claims. And who am I speaking to?
Mindy.
Mindy? Mindy, do you have an employee number or anything, or you just go by Mindy?
Just by Mindy.
Where are you out of? New York, I'm guessing?
No, we are nationwide.
Nationwide.
So I am in Texas.
Well, Mindy, my name is Steve Saunders, and I am suggesting that you send another crew out there to install it correctly, because not following Connecticut state guidelines with a 3-day right of refusal, she's entitled to 100% of her money's back because you broke the law. Do you understand that?
Yes, well, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and gather up all that information that you're providing, and I will open up a ticket in regarding all of the issues that occurred yesterday. So give me one moment while I get started on that.
You got it. And I know all this stuff because I'm actually a contractor in the state, and she's a very good friend of mine. And when she told me everything that was done and how it was done, I'm appalled. I mean, I'm actually more in the lines of construction, but I have to be well versed in all the laws to write any contract with anybody in any business that I do.
Yes, correct. So they did not pull out any of the appliances, correct?
Nope, they did not lift. They did not lift the stove to slide the carpet under it. They did not pull out the refrigerator. They did at least move the center table that had 4 walls on it, because they were good. They were going to box out around that as well. And she was like, well, if I decide that I don't want sided, if I decide I want a table with legs on it, I'm going to have a big space underneath. So they moved one thing out of the kitchen. Their excuse for not moving the refrigerator was because there was food in it. Well, I would hope that people have food in the refrigerator.
Yes, I mean, I really think that that's pretty ridiculous on the part of the installation department.
And also, I would also like you to make note that when these installers did show up, they asked her for payment, saying that she did not pay. Luckily, she called you guys up to find out that you guys are the ones that take the money, not the installers, because you sub out all your work to all the different installers around the country. So it's that now that was disturbing in itself, that these installers that work for you tried to get this little old lady to cut them a check.
Okay. And you did say that the carpet has bubbles.
Yes, the carpet has 7 bubbles, and they did not remove the appliances from the kitchen. Seven bubbles to be exact, and the kitchen is not big. I mean, you guys charge her $1,500 for a kitchen that's about 10 foot by 15. Or you probably have the notes to the actual size. But I've been in her kitchen on several occasions, and it's not that large.
Okay, just give me 1 more minute to finish this up. And I do appreciate your patience with this issue. We'll make sure.
No, without a doubt. I mean, when they told this little old lady that's in a wheelchair with one leg to take pictures of it, I'm like, yeah, well, it's more than just pictures of the bubbles. When you don't remove the freaking items in the room to lay carpet down, that's a bigger issue.
Yes, correct. They actually just send somebody out there to do an assessment on that and see what the installers did, because I mean, I don't think that doesn't even, I'm not an installer professional, but that does not sound right when you cut around the appliances. What is that?
Exactly.
I'm not an installer professional, but who does that, right? Like,
I've never heard of
you're
it.
paying all this money
I mean,
for your installation to be.
I'm 60 years old. I got a couple buddies that are professional carpet layers, and they have these dollies that they lift the appliances one way, they put a little dolly under it, they push it back the other way, they put the other little half dolly under it, and then they just roll it out of the room, do what they got to do, they roll it back in, and then remove the dollies out from underneath the appliances.
Yes, correct. That is just crazy. Very unprofessional on both installers. I mean, they should get their attention called in from our manager. Hopefully a manager goes out there to inspect those issues.
And especially asking for money from the lady to pay them.
Yes, I also added that note in there on this ticket so they can go ahead and review that. So I'm going to go ahead and I will submit that request on your behalf. I'm going to provide you with the reference number whenever you're ready.
Yep. Reference number?
This is the reference number that's going to go to the customer, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so that is 1-700-984-6332.
6332, yep.
Okay, so that is the reference number for this.
Let me read that back to you so I make sure it's correct. That's 1-700-984-6332.
Yes, right.
Okay. I guess she does have an email, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, customer will be receiving a call back within 24 business hours. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
No, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate. I mean, it's like I said, she's a little old lady with one leg in a wheelchair, and they trying to take extra monies from her and doing what they did is, it's just ludicrous. It is not cool.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Very uncalled for that.
You can put my number. Would you like my number as well in case they need to contact me or no?
I can put your best callback number.
Yep, my best callback number is 1-860. It's a 201-3920. I've got so many numbers. I got to tell you the one that's in my hand.
Oh. So 860-201-3920, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it.
All right, Mindy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a good day. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye.